Okay, hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. It's time to jump in for another run. Continuing my story. Please turn up something good. Okay, so it just dawned on me. Well, it didn't just dawn on me because I've known this for a while, but there is an achievement in this game called Drink a Mysterious Liquid. It's titled Daredevil. And I have to wonder how exactly you do that, because I checked the global stats, and it's one of the few very common ones that I don't have. It's the only very common one that I don't have, really. And I guess it's just that I've been glancing over the mysterious liquid in the fridge for the entire time. Alright. Crack an egg open and look inside. That is just a regular egg. So they have anachronistic chickens in this world. Good to know.
Hey.
They've also got milk-producing mammals, which is cool. Can I just keep doing that infinitely? How many eggs do I have? Hope I don't plan on eating these. Alright, enough of that. Wait, this guy is the bartender. Okay, new dialogue after I've had a date with Bryce at the bar with the drinking game and thing that I had a very fun time narrating that one time. Alright, I thought his art looked familiar, but he's not named in here. I suppose. Is that an invitation? What? Is this new? Okay, we're gonna talk about things you can do in the bar. Perhaps like getting other people drunk. Alright, anyway. Out of lack of better things to do, Bryce has a magazine. Universal Fitness. I don't know what I was expecting, but that sounds about right. Bold letters proclaim the magazine's title as Universal Fitness. Its model is on the cover, catching my eye with their confident and athletic poses. Athletic dragons, stronger, thicker tails, amazing tips for burning passion. As a dragon. It gave me an indication of its topics. Curiosity got the better of me, and I found myself staring at the first double page with profile their athlete of the month. It was accompanied by a range of pictures showing off the athlete's body from different angles and a number of poses. You would have done the same, says the system, the global narrator. And, Bryce is back with beer. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how this happened. But I managed to get both Lorem and Bryce mad at me this time. Oof. I definitely don't want to try and aspire to make the everyone hates you ending now. No, not at all. I'm gonna try and patch this up with at least someone. Ugh. Alright. So it was also implied that I should be able to meet Zhong at some point, the bartender. But I did not see an option for that. Maybe because I made Bryce mad and he told him to, like, not talk to me or something like that. But anyway, for the sake of not being here forever, let me, okay, if Steam Overlay is going to be really laggy, I'll just do this in like, the Steam client or something. Okay, so I'm specifically looking for Lorem. There's a guide on how to delete your save game. I'm specifically looking for Lorem. And his sphere thing. I don't want to... Okay, I want to try and not... have everything spoiled all at the same time. But let me just search for sphere. Pavilion. Just search the pavilion. The first half. Okay. So there's multiple things I gotta do to find the sphere. And then the police archives. Okay, so that's what the YouTube comment was referring to. All right, let me do that. Okay, so it just said to poke around in the pavilion until I find something. Didn't I do that before? Is there something else that appears after you talk to Lorem or something? Do I have to keep looking? Okay, so there's different responses. What else is there? I found something. It's a round, smooth orb about the size of a bowling ball. So I'm not the biggest fan of when... You saw something like it in one of the books the other day. I'm not the biggest fan of when games do this, when you have to talk to the same... When you have to do the same interaction over and over when there's no indication that there's anything new to find. For example, if you were to search in the dirt over and over again, as far as I know, nothing would happen besides you pick up a handful of dirt. Is there something here? Is there a reason I should do this? And we're gonna be hearing the bushes noises quite a lot. One more for luck. Yeah, there's no reason to do that. Anyway, I'm going to, Alright, I'm going to try and actually read the choices that I pick. And, not make Laura mad. And then, possibly give him the sphere at some point when it's time to go and, when that is asked about. And also Bryce. I also want to not make Bryce mad. So, this guy is talking about a sphere. And I'm remembering a sphere that I found in the park. Which I have on me right now, apparently. No moving around. Sorry, Lorem. Alright, so we're going to try and stay in position. But I found something in the park recently that may or may not have been your excellent sphere. Where is it? It's probably in one of my pockets. So much for just sitting quietly in the corner and letting me work in peace. Yeah, roommate. We're talking about a very expensive piece of equipment here. Just give it to him, stupid. Okay, so... You searched my pockets and looked for the sphere to no avail. Okay. You don't have it after all. What kind of a cruel joke are you playing here? This isn't what it looks like, Ipsum. I must have left it in my apartment. Okay, so I'm going to probably go... it would have been better if you just handed it to the police. After all, we don't know if it's my sphere that you found. Either way, the police should know and verify it and be able to locate its owner. That's a good point. And now we're learning exactly what it is after saying that it's in our pocket. Or that we thought it was in our pocket anyway. Alright. So that's the signal phrase that I didn't screw this one up. I'm still not exactly sure what I said the other couple times because I didn't go out of my way to be mean or anything. Lorem seems to like it when you stay positive. Well, all of them do for that matter, but especially Lorem. So food for thought again. So we're going to be speaking to him again at some point. Oh, wait. Hey. Okay, hey. Can I do that again? Okay, I can still select options. I can meet with the store clerk. So that's different. I will be meeting with the store clerk. Perhaps there's something I can learn here. Anybody here? Alright, there you are. He grabbed my hand and bowed to plant a wet kiss on it with his snout. Alright. Not one to shy away from the presentation. I'm sorry, but I don't think we've actually been properly introduced. What was your name again? You can call me Zhong. Where is everyone? Well, the bar is already closed and everyone's gone home, so it's just us. Bars close? Wait, is that Bryce sleeping under the table? Oh, you're right. I guess we're not alone then. Does this happen often? Sometimes. You should start charging him rent. That's an idea. Maybe I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. Right, so what's up with that? They're both just part-time, so it's no big deal. I see. And once again, it's been however many months since I last did this. Since before 2 days ago, and it's... If I could start, like, collecting $1 every time someone in this game said, I see, I would have a lot of money. It's hard to say, really. Bartending is much more fun, but working in the store pays better, and it's also more stable. At least you get to wear a uniform in both. That doesn't exactly seem common around here. Look, uniforms suck, and you know it. Yeah, they're usually very simple. I like this one, but after a while, the collar can get a bit tight around the neck. The store uniform is a chore to get on. The hat, the apron, it feels a bit constricting. Okay, so we're gonna be flirting with the bartender now. Because we're allowed to do that, you think so? That's a new one. He was interrupted by a loud snore that came from under the table. When I looked down, I saw it was Bryce turning over in his sleep. Bryce? You want another beer? Sorry, mate, the bar's already closed. Isn't he wonderful? Yeah. No. You seem to know Bryce pretty well. How long have you known each other? Since childhood, really. We both grew up here. If you think he's a bit rough now, you should have seen him in his youth. Such a troublemaker. But you can rely on him for anything. I trust him with my life. It seems like a lot of people have confidence in him as our chief of police. They do, and rightfully so. The things he's done for me personally were way beyond his duties. The mark of a true friend. So what did he do? Oh, it's a long story. It has more to do with myself than him, really. Come on, you can't just talk like that and then not spill the beans. Well, if you say so. Exposition time? Exposition time. I was adopted when I was merely a hatchling. It's not really a big deal to me and never really came as a surprise to anyone, considering my parents aren't even the same species as me. My family isn't originally from around here. When I was 8 years old, my father got a job here, so we relocated. Moving across the continent meant losing all of my friends, and making new ones wasn't so easy for me. I was young and new and just a little scared. Even back then, Bryce was a very curious fella, especially when other people were involved. He came up to me in school, introduced himself, and we've been friends ever since. Many years later, Bryce was already on the force, and my desire to find my biological parents had grown so much that I had made some efforts to find them. Bryce pulled a few strings, and with his help, I was able to track them down. He even accompanied me on the trip. Do you want me to come inside as well? No, just staying here, alright? Sure. I mustered all my courage and went up to the door of the rundown home. What do you want? Hello, is this the residence of... Oh, God. Why can't my sister be here to pronounce the Chinese names? Huang Fu and Xu Ying. I think that's how you do it. Who wants to know that? Well, about 20 years ago, you gave up your child for adoption and... Oh, no. That's about the last phrase I wanted to see following that last one. Okay, you know what? I'm not dealing with this right now. Why don't you... We didn't give you away just so you could show up whenever you please. Don't even think of calling me... and don't even think of calling me father. Please tell me this isn't going to turn violent. I won't. He turned around and went back inside. Just as he was about to close the door again, another person appeared next to him. Don't be rude. Come in for tea or something, alright? Is this safe? Are you sure it was a good idea to have Bryce wait outside? Here, sit down. I'll go and make us some tea. Here you go. Don't you want us to join us? You invited him. He's your guest, not mine. I don't want to have anything to do with this. Buddy! The clock is ticking very, very loudly. Maybe he's not ready yet. Maybe. I guess 20 years isn't long enough. Look, I want to say I'm sorry, but I know nothing I can say can make up for what happened. We had to give you away because we were young and stupid. These days, we aren't young anymore. How do you like the tea? It's alright. Oh, I've got something for you. She got up, walked away from the table, and vanished into a different room. Wang Fu was sitting on a couch nearby in front of the TV, his eyes glued to the screen. After a few moments, Xu Ying returned and joined me again. Take this. What is it? It's a hat we got you when you were little. It's one of the few things we still have from back then. Thank you. Do you want some more tea? No. Okay. I don't want to ask you this, but do you have some cash you can spare? We really need some food, and Wong doesn't like to go hunting. I just brought enough for the trip back home. I don't think that... Oh, you don't have anything? Then what are you still doing here? This is not going to go... This is going to get even worse. You can watch TV, but not provide for your family? What a man. Get out! No, please. Yeah, maybe it's time for me to go. And don't even think of coming back. How dare you come here and disturb us like that? Is there a problem here, sir? Who the heck are you? Police. It sounds like you might have some trouble here. Perhaps of a domestic nature. Not at all. I'm sorry. He doesn't know what he's doing. I can see that. Come on, Bryce. Let's go. You're done? I think I've seen what I need to. Alright. Zhong, do you need a hug as well? Because I can administer one if you need one. I cried so much that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Not that it matters much anymore, it's all in the past. But Bryce, he's been there when I needed him, and he's still there today, under the table. Well, except for the part where, in a way, he's responsible for the whole town. How's he handling it? Pretty well, I'd say. Everyone trusts him and thinks he's doing a great job. Anyway, let's put on some music. Give the old jukebox a whirl. Sure. He got up and walked over to the jukebox in the corner to look at the selection. Let's see. What kind of music do you like? Actually, I'm not sure if your music is in any way similar to ours. Have we heard music in this game so far? Ugh. Gotta stretch my arms once in a while. Don't mind me. Let's just put on a few different songs and you can tell me what you think, okay? Sure. Feel free to pick anything that strikes your fancy. Okay. Orchestral and OST, those are kind of my two things. Am I going to get more than one choice here? It's the soundtrack of some video game, I think. Let's hear it. Okay, so it's kind of a modern chiptune thing. I don't know if that's actually what you call this, I just made that up off the top of my head because that's what it sounds like, because it's chiptune but with sounds that aren't, like, 16-bit. It sounds like the song you'd expect to hear in, like, the second or third town of a Final Fantasy or something. Alright. It's alright. It's unusual, that's for sure. Let's try something else, orchestral, because I shouted that one out earlier. This one's a bit slow, so you'll have to wait a while for it to get going. Alright, so I don't want to sit here for too long, even though I feel like it's still just getting started. What's your verdict? That was alright. I'm not the biggest fan of slow music. Classical is a... Oh, there is a classical option too. Well, let's hear the classical. I think it's one of the oldest songs we know about. Alright, so that's another rather slow one, which is I like it, but oh, I didn't get an option to say if I like that one or not. Let's try piano. I guess I'll go through them all if I can, if there are the options. Do you know what a piano is? You can play the piano? Not that many can. There are many kinds of instruments that can only be played by certain species. That makes sense. Alright, let's hear this. Okay, I thought this was going to be the song that plays on the title screen of the game for a moment. Which would have been a cool little bit of self-referential something, probably. Those are strings, that's not a piano. I like that one though. That's probably my favorite so far. Let's go through some of the other ones though. Rock. What can Dragon Rock possibly sound like? If there was a Dragon Rock type, I would be making a joke about Pokemon right now. Is there one? There might be. Is the Komodo dragon from Alola a dragon rock type? I feel like it might be. It's amazing how little I know of the Pokédex now. But anyway, that's alright. That wasn't what I was expecting. Oops. That wasn't what I was expecting when you said rock, but let's finish it off with the electronic. This is something a bit more modern.